Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. So for today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I have personally had to go through and something that has been super requested, and I don't really know why. I think that maybe a lot of you guys are gonna be going into long distance relationships or something like that, but honestly, I've gotten so many requests to film this video. The last time I had to be in a long distance relationship was for a couple months, and that's one of the hardest things that I think you can go through in a relationship. When you start going out with somebody, the last thing you want to do is be separated from them and like be apart from them and then have to figure out so many other different things that you never really would have to think about. So because I've had to go through it, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today and just give you some tips and let you guys know what I did when I was going through it. And I think that these things will also be able to make your guys' relationship stronger while you're away from each other. So if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Here is the first thing that I think will be able to help you if you are going through a long distance relationship. So you guys need to be talking to each other regularly. You guys need to like switch it up a little bit so that you guys are being more creative with the way that you're telling each other things. It can be easy sometimes when you're in a long distance relationship or when you're texting somebody to just ask them how they're doing, like what they're doing. It gets kind of boring and you kind of fall out of conversation and it doesn't really seem like the conversation you guys are having matters. So I think that if you are in a relationship with somebody and they are somewhere else, it's really important to pictures, send them like voice clips, videos, send them different types of things to make the conversation a lot more interesting. Not just sending them text saying like, hey, what's up? That's kind of boring. So make sure the conversations you guys are having are like on a regular basis. You're trying to make them more creative than just sending them a text. So the second thing I came up with is avoiding dangerous situations. Now, what I mean by that is not literally avoiding like car crashes and burning fires and avoiding situations where if your friends are going out at night or if you're hanging out at work with somebody and it's not somebody that like your boyfriend knows. I think that those situations where that other person doesn't have the power to really see what's going on, just those weird situations that are out there where it might make that other person jealous or just wish they knew what was going on. That's the second thing. Try to avoid those situations that like you wouldn't want that other person doing while you're not there. So moving into one thing that is 100% gonna be able to help you guys out, and that is make sure that you guys are doing things together. When you're going on Skype together at the end of the day, watch movies together, sing a song to one another, even if you're like really crappy at singing, play an instrument. Just try to make it feel like that person is there with you. I think by watching movies and watching YouTube, playing instruments and all that random stuff, it might sound kind of weird, but at the end of the day, like those are the things that you remember, and like those are the things that like the next day you're gonna think about and think, wow, that was actually kind of fun. Like I felt like I was there with that person. So yeah, that's another really good thing to do if you're trying to keep that relationship really strong. So probably the most important thing out of all these points I'm gonna tell you is that the visits that you plan to go and see that person are basically the highlights of your guys' long distance relationship. Obviously talking to each other every day and making sure that that other person knows like what's going on. Going and actually seeing that person and showing that other person that like you're putting in the time and you miss them that much that you're gonna come and want to be with them and see what they're up to. Going on top of that, like it's not just gonna be like a hug. A hug is gonna be like one of the best things you're ever gonna experience because you haven't been able to hug that person in however long you guys haven't seen each other. So I think that just like making plans to go see that person and just make sure that that other person knows that like you want to see them. So the next thing is pretty important and something that I think you guys should definitely talk about, and that is making sure that you guys have like an end goal to all of this, like an end goal to the long distance relationship. Like what is the future gonna look like for you guys after this long distance relationship is over and you guys are able to see each other again? But when you set goals, you kind of are making sure that that other person knows that you're in it for the long run and like you're doing it because you love that person. So try to set some goals, and then in the end I think that that will really help out when it comes to like actually being together again and just realizing what you had just gone through. The cool thing too about setting goals is that you might not be with that person like literally, but you guys are able to, wherever you are, move towards the same goal, and I think that that's something really cool that you guys can like really work on together. So the next one is really important. Make sure that you stay positive through that whole journey of whatever it is that you're going through. Sometimes you're gonna have your good days and sometimes sometimes you're gonna have the bad days. Realize that it won't last forever, because obviously if it does last forever, then you guys are just never gonna see each other. Eventually you're not gonna have to be long distance and it's gonna work out. So just stay positive, realize all the good things that are going on and why you're staying in a relationship with that person. Just let that other person know that you're just grateful to be with them. And even if it's the littlest things, I think that the littlest things can sometimes play the biggest part. That's another thing that I think will really be able to help you out. All right, the last thing that I came up with, and something that's gonna help you through all of these, is just being completely honest with that other person. Just making sure that that person knows how you feel all the time is something that I think will really help you out, and something that has definitely helped me out in the past. I remember, like, just some days you'd have your good days and your bad days, and some days you wouldn't want to talk about certain things, but you did, and then in the end you realized that it was totally worth it. But if there's one thing that I would tell you guys if you are in a long distance relationship, it's just be honest with that other person. Don't try to hide things from them. Don't say things that you don't mean. That just like slowly creeps up on you and gets back to you. Makes that other person feel horrible. Yeah, keep it all positive, keep it all honest. By doing all these things that I said, I know that it's definitely helped me out, and I think that it will be able to help you out. So if you are in a long distance relationship, let me know in the comments. I would love to answer anything that you guys want to know. I think that on my last video, I actually I responded to every single comment. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'll most likely answer it. Also, I gotta say really quick, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I answer a lot of things through DMs, and I'm always tweeting you guys, asking you about certain things. So if you guys wanna go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I'll put it right here. I highly suggest doing that if you have any other things that you wanna ask me. And also, my vlog channel, I'm gonna be vlogging a lot coming up. I just planned another trip going somewhere. So if you've missed my Thailand vlogs, go watch all of those right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!